Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about a skill that is definitely necessary for gardening and homesteaders, and that is seed saving. So stick with us and see how we do it. So seed saving is another one of those very important skills for homesteaders and gardeners to develop. And it does take a different set of skills to do it. Some of these are really easy. And like you can see behind us, these Thai long beans, we've just let some of the beans mature and sit on the vine and dry out in the sun and in the wind. It's really easy. From here we can simply just peel back the dried husk and harvest our bean seeds for next year. And bean seeds are one of the easiest to harvest, as you can just leave them on the vine. Let me show you another one that is also very easy to harvest. Now another one of those is okra. As you can see, we simply left a pod on here to dry out, and as you can hear, the seeds inside are fairly dry, and we're just going to harvest this pod and keep the pod, and at beginning of next year we're just going to peel it open here, and I'll just do this one for demonstration purposes. And as you can see there on the inside, really easy, all as they're falling out, all of these great okra seeds are right in there. It's got its own container, and we really don't do anything with those except for pick them off and save them in a dry and cool place in our home. So here in our carrot patch that we've let go through the season, we have got some carrots that have started to flower out, and our seeds are going to develop in the heads. Now these heads are not close to seeding. These need to remain a flower for a while, but I'm going to show you the progression of how these flower heads dry out and the seeds come to be at the surface or in an area that you can harvest them. So as you can see right here, we've got another one that's in several different stages of flowering. You've got a flower here that's greened out. That's not even come to its flower stage yet, right here with the white. But you've got one down here towards the bottom that is starting to brown. That one is not ready yet. Let's go show you in another area of the garden with another carrot how the carrot heads or the flowers will look when they're ready to harvest the seeds. It's right here. Look at this one. This carrot is probably about 4 feet tall, and you can see all the flowers on it have browned out. The stem is browned out and started to dry, and we've got these gorgeous flower heads here with all these seeds in there. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these and take the flower heads into an area in the barn, and we're going to just rub them out. And carrots are really, honestly, that simple. We're just going to rub them out here, and I'll show you right in my hand right there. So we just rub the seeds out. Perfect. Look at that. Now the last type of seeds we're going to show you today and how to harvest are brassicas. Now this is a broccoli from last year, and it actually made it through the summer, and we'll see what it does this fall and see if it reproduces. I did leave it here specifically to harvest seeds from. I had broccoli in this whole area here, and this one I let go to seed. You can see the seed pods down here are completely dried out, and what we're going to do is we're going to kind of pick off these branches, and we're going to hang them up if they're not dry. These are completely dry, but if they're not dry, we're going to hang them up in a well-ventilated area under cover to completely dry out, and then we're going to harvest our seeds from there. Let's show you how we have those drying over in our barn from our other brassicas, like our collards. Actually, it's a mustard, but from our collards and our kale and our broccoli. Okay, we're over here in our shop, and we've got some collard greens and some kale seeds that have been hanging up and drying for several weeks. So let's bring you in here and show you how we get the seeds out of the pods and an easy method to catch those. Okay, now let's take a look at these kale seeds. You can see all these little pods on here. What we do is we just kind of pinch and roll that pod, and all those seeds just fall straight down onto what we've got here is a lid to a plastic tote. You can use that, you can use like a cookie sheet, or you can use a shallow box. This one, you probably prefer a box like a top to a paper box, and that's going to give you a flat surface here on the top so that you don't get all those seeds, coming down and getting hidden under these flaps here. That's why I elected today to use this method here. This is really easy for me, and we are just going to shake all those seeds down there. Look at all those kale seeds. Now, kale seeds aren't that expensive, but the amount you have from harvesting here, maybe you can sell them on your website, sell them on Etsy, something like that, because look at all the kale seeds that we've got here. Obviously, germination rate's going to make a difference, but the amount you're going to get from just these few stalks. Now, we had a ton out there. Just these few stalks, you're going to get maybe 1,000 seeds, and that is plenty for at least a garden of our size. And unless you're a big commercial farmer, you're probably not going to need any more than that. So probably give some away to friends or sell them, like I said. And of course, you're going to have an attrition rate on those seeds. But these are really easy. Like I said, just rub that, twist that little seed pod between your fingers right there, and they're all going to drop out if they're properly dry, and you want to make sure they're properly dry. So after this, all we're going to do is we're going to take them in and store them in a plastic bag in a cool, dry space in our house, and you are going to have great seed for next year. Now, actually, what I wanted to talk about was a great reason for seed saving is a lot of these seeds that you're going to plant in your garden are going to get acclimated to the area that you live in and the soil type that you have. So these kale seeds, and maybe they didn't grow that great this year, they will be used to your garden, your soil microbes for the next year, and they will produce better, produce healthier plants, and as we go from there, on and on and on, they're only going to get healthier and healthier every year because you're going to continue to plant them in the same area, in the same soil type, in the same climate, and those seeds and those plants are going to know where they're at, and they're going to thrive. And they may even be more resistant to those diseases and those pests that are around your area because they've been there for a while and they've built up kind of an immunity to it. So that is a huge benefit for seed saving out of your own garden. Now, today we harvested seeds that are basically out of a pod, out of a flower, out of the fruit itself with the beans and the okra, but those can be dried and harvested directly out of the garden like you saw. Like I leave the okra and I leave the beans out there. But there are others, we'll do another video on it, that are a little bit more difficult, like tomatoes. Tomatoes are a challenge because you need to soak the seeds in water, you need to let them ferment for 5 to 7 days, give or take, and then from there dry them out. And you want to get that slimy little coating off each seed. Say melons and cucumbers, those are a little bit more easy to do, and you probably saved and eaten pumpkin seeds in the fall, and those are pretty easy. What you want to do with those types of seeds is you definitely don't want to bake them in the oven unless you're going to eat them. But you can use a food dehydrator at a lower temperature to dry those seeds out a little bit quicker, or set them, say on a paper towel on a plate in not a sunny area, but something that gets a little bit more breeze and light in your house, and they will dry out. Now, some people also set those in their greenhouses, which do get a lot of sun, you want to be careful of that, but it works well for a lot of people I know. So that we'll definitely do that in a later video, because that's maybe a little bit more labor intensive than this. You can see that this is really, really easy to get all these seeds out of here, and I've already collected several hundred seeds and I've only crushed a couple of pods. That's all I'm going to need for a long time. But like I said, could be financial benefit to you to save these seeds and start selling them. Anyway, we're glad you're here. We appreciate your time, and we appreciate you watching the video. We'd really appreciate it if you got good information here to give us a thumbs up, share it on social media, leave us a comment in the comment section below, and also we'd love it if you went over and checked us out on countrylivingexperience.com, our website. We've got a tool store over there of recommended tools that we use every day here on the homestead, and we've got our blog that we've been writing about our experiences here out in the country homestead style lifestyle. So we appreciate everything. Thank you, and we will see you on the next video. And go check out all of our other gardening videos, all of our other types of videos. We'd appreciate it. Have a great day. See you next time.